seat. Deuteronomy. Let's go and dethrone our enemies today. Deuteronomy chapter 1. I read it from verse 2. Amen. Just follow it, because some of us here, there are people here in this church. By now their story for don't change. But there is a demon that has prolonged their testimony. By now they're supposed to have married and have 4 children. But prolonged journey. So many are supposed to have graduated, and the devil gave them a prolonged journey. Are you there? Deuteronomy chapter 1 from verse 2. Are you there? Now verse 3 says, there are 11 days journey from Horeb by the way of Mountain Seir unto Kadesh Barnea. And it came to pass. Are you there? How many days journey to Kadesh Barnea? Verse 3. And it came to pass that 14th year in the 11th month, on the 4th day of the month, that Moses spoke unto the children of Israel according to all that the Lord has given to him in commandments unto them. The journey of 11 days from Horeb to Mountain Seir unto Kadesh Barnea is 11 days journey. Now look at chapter 2. Open to chapter 2. Move to chapter 2. Verse 14. Are you there? Chapter 2 verse 14. And it says, and the space in which we came to Kadesh Barnea until we came over the brook of Zered was 38 years, until all the generation of men of war were wasted out from among the hosts, as the Lord have sworn unto them. Are you with me with that reading? The journey is supposed to be how many days? And how many years did they end it? Prolonged journey. A journey that's supposed to be for 11 days. They walked the journey for 38 years. Anyone here in this church hearing the sound of my voice, anything in your life that is prolonging your miracle, I command that power to expire. 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 Shout fire. Take your seat. I said it's a short message, but it's going to be hot with prayer. The journey from Horeb to Kadesh Barnea was a journey of 11 days. But along the line, instead of the people to journey it for 11 days, it took them 38 years. The journey was not to be 11 years. It was not 11 months. It's not 11 weeks. But it's 11 days. And they journeyed for it 38 years. By that time, someone might have married and had children. The journey that's supposed to have ended in a moment. Brethren, there are people in their lives, devil has given them prolonged journey. It is expected that when a woman carries a pregnancy, 9 months she gives birth. But there is what we call, by doctors, called prolonged labor. When a labor past the normal thing is supposed to be, it becomes prolonged. When something you're supposed to have now, you don't have it, it becomes prolonged. Anything that's supposed to have got, you are supposed to have gotten since, and it has not got to your hand, is prolonged. There are so many of us who graduated from the university, but up till now we have not got a job. It's a prolonged journey. Maybe you have been in the campus, a course that you're supposed to finish in 4 years, minus ASU. Today, one paper keeps you in the school, and you rewrite that paper 3 times. You're supposed to have come out after 4 years. But 4 years course, you are doing it 6 years. Prolonged journey. A course that's supposed to take for 7 years, it took you 10. Prolonged journey. And there are people, it is expected that a lady at the age of 20, 21, 22, people start to talk about your marriage. At least by 30, 35, oh, you are almost close up. And then you have been, that's why no mama will always like you to call her ma. Everybody, every woman wants to be called lady. Because they want to look tantalizing. When you look, even a woman at the age of 50 will want you to call her lady. After all, in night in Catholic church they call them sir and because not even now lady or why? Every of them want to be answering that lady. But when you're supposed to marry and you didn't marry at that time, it's a prolonged journey. I came here to tell somebody something, and I don't know if your spirit agree with my spirit, that every prolonged journey in your life, I don't know that thing that has made your life too long, that made your journey too long. At the count of 5, you will shout fire, that journey will expire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Highlight. 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 In Jesus' name. Take your seat. You know, after when I was settled by my master in those days, and under the pain of my agony, the first woman I went and prayed for at that time was a woman that carried pregnancy for 2 years and 2 months. With the anger, the way they settled me, I went for that prayer. A woman carried pregnancy for 2 years and 2 months. You know, biology, they don't have answer to that kind of question. They will tell you are crazy. What do you mean about that? In fact, people will tell you, such a thing doesn't exist. They say, but you want it. Their own demon, them may be drinking tea, but our own are swallow. Not just swallow, from 6 to 6. You know, when somebody is farming for you in the village and you bring rice for that person, Onyena Kubwa will be angry with you. We tell you, Mr. Man, did you look at me as bad to be eating these things? If somebody comes to farm in for you in the village, you don't go and look for rice for them. Pounded, real one. And you don't mix it with water. If they swallow, I'm going to 6 to 6. So, in the pain of the agony of the way I was treated, I met that kind woman. For 2 years and 2 months, she carried the pregnancy. Medical doctors have no answer to that situation. But look at the woman, she's just like this. La duzududu. Azude malede. Osinaka digi. Whoever that sent that into you, whoever that hold that baby, malede do. This journey must end now. Suddenly we entered into fire prayer. Labor started. The woman born at a spot had the baby clear. The journey that have taken that long ended in that moment. Today there is somebody, your suffering is ending today as I'm talking now. People here, your journey is ending today. There are people, your suffering is ending today. Then your suffering is ending today. Then your prolonged journey is ending today. If you believe it, shout yeah! Why will your journey be prolonged? There are people you started this life together with. Where are they? So many of them may have gone far beyond you. So many of them have got speed and went ahead of you. But well, you know one thing? Don't worry yourself. Why? Because when the Lord, the Bible said, when the Lord restores in Amos, when he was talking about the restoration of the tabernacle of the old, he said, when I shall return, I will rebuild the tabernacle of David that has fallen, that is like a house that is under room. He said, when I come back, I will restore it and make it strong as it was. And then in the book of Haggai, he said, it will be greater than the former. Get ready. God is about to give you a double honor for double glory. Double honor for double glory. Double honor for double glory. If you believe it, let your amen be better. Let your amen be better. Let your amen be better. Do not worry those who are ahead of you now. But thank God you are here in the church today. That as soon as this meeting is getting over, you are being restored. Your breakthroughs are restored. Your testimonies are restored. Your breakthroughs are restored. Look at somebody like Joseph. Joseph was a man whose destiny was spelled and clear. But suddenly, the Lord has shown him how he's going great he's going to be. And Joseph was determined to be that. Before you know it, his brothers hated him. And I know there are people, one of the reasons why people's journey are prolonged are people because of the kind of people around you. When you find yourself in the midst of people who don't like your dream, who don't like your vision, it will be hard for you to fulfill your dream. The brethren, the brothers who are supposed to surround him and help him and encourage him became the people that hate him. When you are in the midst of people that hate you, they make your dream and your vision, your journey, they makes it to be prolonged. They makes your journey far. When you find yourself among people who don't love you, who don't like you, brothers and sisters, walk out of that place, JJ. It is better you go where you are celebrated and where you are tolerated. It is way better you go to people who love you, who encourage you, who add value to you, than to mingle among people who don't have anything to add to you. Remember the message I preached the other day. People you need to meet and the people you need to miss. There are people you don't need their company at all. You don't need their names on your phone. There are people you need to delete their contact. There are people you need to delete out from your memory card. You don't even to remember. No, you don't even to remember that they exist. Because of what? Because you are on a journey that nobody will tell you congratulations unless the one who gave you that destiny. When you fulfill it, he will say to you, well done, my faithful servant. Because I don't need those kind of people. You don't need to carry them along. Be focused on your dream. Be focused on your purpose. Be focused on your call. Because there are so many of us, why we are not moving forward, why we are not going long, why our journey have been delayed and have been prolonged, is because we find ourselves in the wrong company. You mingle with wrong people. You work with the wrong people. And that was why journeys have been delayed. And that's why it is prolonged. You discover that the second reading said, according to the word the Lord spoke to Moses, he made sure that all those people who started the journey with Joshua was wasted in the wilderness. Why? Because many of them didn't believe at all. Even when they spied the city, they came back with evil reports. It was only Joshua and Caleb that came with good report. And God said to Moses, these people will not reach the land. They must be wasted. Because they found themselves among people that are not supposed to be among them. We are among them. They delayed them. They make their journey slow. When they say, let us go and attack, they will say, no, there are giants there. We will not go. If the other one will say, now if you they go make my family, not they follow you go. There were confusion within the camp. There are people, when they come into your life, they bring confusion. My prayer for you today, anybody in your life that is the reason of your prolonged journey, let that person expire. Let them expire. Let them remove that. Let them leave you. Let them get out. Everybody shout fire. Shout fire. Shout fire. There are so many ladies that will have been great in their destiny and in their calling, but all of a sudden a young man entered into their life. Oh, you know, I love you past my mother, Echiba, as if to say the man. And this kind of men have sweet mouth. Do you know my dad? My dad is just a rich man. My dad was just the greatest man in our town. Do you know all this trailer you see that moves around? When you see what they write at the back, it is TT. That's why my name is Timothy and my father's name is Titus. So it is just a combined business. My papa just allowed me to suffer small, and before you know it, and before you know it, he said, the reason why you see me in this condition is just my papa wants me to suffer small. But can you just give me 5,000? Let me go to Kurudu. I'm coming back. In year 5,000. Wow. Oh, wow. And before you know it, if you come out, you call them and say, oh, I just met a business, and they say I should just bring 120,000. And you know one thing, the moment this thing click, I will marry you, carry you, go UK. I will marry you, go America. In fact, your suffering has come to an end. It's going to go to scratch card again in a before you marry him. Wow. The next one, I travel to Cotonou, but one thing is there, I'm going there. You don't need this kind of people. You will not meet them in your journey. You will not meet them in your journey. You will not meet them in your journey. You will not meet them on your journey. Let that journey be louder. This kind of people brings confusion. They destroy your speed. I know so many ladies that have made it in life today. If they had married and then mingled with such, there are kind of people that would have entered into their life. That level they reach, they wouldn't have reached it. They won't. But because they dabble into confusion, somebody walk into your life somehow, and then before you know it, before you know it, they cut you down. The reason why these people's journey were prolonged, one of the reasons was that they had fake people among them. They had confused people among them. Each time Joshua and people say, okay, let us take this journey, they say, no, there is rain. Rain is about to fall. Rain will beat us. We will not move. And they withdraw. They wait. And remember what the book of Proverbs, Ecclesiastes says. He said, he that observes the wind and consider the weather will not sow, neither will he or she reap. If you keep on checking the condition, let condition be okay before you take your step, you will never succeed in life. Because if you are waiting for the weather to be okay, tomorrow you will bring out hoe to go and farm, and then the thunder will strike. Everywhere lightning. You say, hey, this rain don't beat and clear everywhere. You carry your hoe, go and keep. After the thunder and everything, it never rained. You say, okay, tomorrow I will go to farm. Early, small shower begin to come down. You say, hi, it has started today. And as you are about to move, another thunder, and the rain continues, shower small, and then lightning. You say, hey, today rain now, wow. You go back and sleep. The Bible says, if you are doing like that, you will never sow, neither will you reap. Ignore the storm, ignore the rain. Take your hoe, take your journey, move on. But these are the people that made the journey prolonged for Israel. I don't know where you are presently, but I think the Lord is sent me to tell somebody here today. But I know I'm talking to somebody here. I don't know what is making you to look well before you jump. Don't look well. The reason why so many people, do you know when two of the apostles went to the grave of Jesus, Peter and John? The Bible said John ran and was faster than Peter. When he got there, the Bible said he got to the grave, and instead of going in, he stand on the grave and was looking. And the person that came last was Peter. And suddenly when Peter came, he jumped into the grave. He was the one that looked at the clothes. He found the linens. He found every property. And while he was checking those things, that was when John came in. But Peter was the one who saw everything. There are people in life, they get close to something, they will keep on aiming. Don't aim at all. If you want to see the return, jump in. After today, any jump, any step you take, you will see result. 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 Turn around and say fire. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn around and say fire. Yeah, 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 yeah. Turn again and say fire. Turn again and say fire. Somebody say hey. Say hey. Say hey. Say hey. If you believe you will see success, let your amen be the loudest. Why did the journey prolong? Number 2, I've told you they find themselves in the midst of confused people. Number 2 reason, Luke chapter 2. Luke chapter 2. Another reason why their journey was prolonged. Luke chapter 2. Are you there? From verse 41. And look at what happened from verse 41. Luke chapter 2 from verse 41. And then look at the Bible said, now the parents, his parents, this Jesus talking about, went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem as the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Jesus turned behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. Are you there? Did you not of it? Verse 44. And it says, but they supposing he to have been in the company. Underline that word. They supposing that he was in the company, he was among them, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their king's flock and acquaintance. Verse 45. And when they found him not, they turned back to Jerusalem, seeking him. Verse 46. And it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. This John